Hello everyone. Thank you for watching today. Today I'm going to show you what's on my dining room table and sing you a song, and then we're going to take you to my daughter's house and show you her beautiful quilts, and some of them I have made and then some she's made, and we're going to go see Kathy's house. That's my daughter. But first I want to show you here on the table, it's the Lord's Supper. And my daughter made that. She quilts, and this is quilted. It's just been put on her quilting machine, and it's the Lord's Supper. You know, years ago, everyone had a picture like this on their wall, but you don't hardly ever see it in people's homes anymore. But I love it on my table. I just wanted you to see that. Okay, now I'm going to go here and sit down and sing you a song. This is just a paper that my sister Catherine, she played odd harp, but she was my sister, and she played odd harp and sang. It just, I get choked up, you know, because she's going to be with Jesus now. But she wrote this song. She wrote this song and sent it to me. It said, "I'm using my Bible for a road map," and up at the top she said, "Nancy, this is a song, this is the song and the words that you wanted. I'm using my Bible for a road map." And she just wrote this, and I know this was at least 20 years ago. She's been dead about 20 years. And this means so much to me. I've had it that long. That's what I'm going to sing for you today, is I'm using my Bible for a road map. And I hope you are using your Bible for a road map. There's Kathy. Okay, the first room we're going to go into is, what's your pocketbook? This is a flower garden. This is a flower garden quilt that I quilted. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the edges. I quilted around each piece, each square. And each one is a flower. It's beautiful. Got all purples, it's got all colors in it. Oh, I just love it. Now, wouldn't you like to have that on your bed? That is beautiful. So let's go in and see what you, tell us what you're working on your sewing machine, Kathy.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, today I'm working on an Irish chain quilt. and it's mostly pinks and reds and greens. It consists of 135 9-inch patches. Nine patches, I'm sorry, 9 patches. It'll take 135 of these to make a quilt. And I'm at about almost 30. So just getting started on that.
And I would like to show her chicken that's on her dining room table, which I just love. Isn't that beautiful? This looks like an old chicken sitting on her nest, ready to hatch out chicken bitties. Okay.
So we're going back to this room back here.
Okay. Oh, isn't this beautiful?
This
Walk
is
in this room and look at this Irish chain.
Irish chain.
Irish chain quilt. Kathy made this one. And look down here, what she's got here on the bench at the bottom is a wedding ring that I quilted, isn't it?
Yes, that's an Indian wedding ring.
Indian wedding ring, because see, it's got little teepees. And that's the Indian wedding ring. Look at the back of it, how beautiful it is. Back then we put white on the back of the quilts. I made this maybe 7 years ago or something.
Something like that.
Yes, and so it is beautiful. And their Irish chain. Oh goodness, so now we'll go in one more room.
One more room right across the hall.
Okay.
This is one I'm working on.
Okay.
For Missy.
Oh, is it? This is one. Okay, Kathy, you do the talking.
This is called a depression quilt. So back in the Depression, people would use their clothing as parts for the quilt. And this was done on a paper towel, and it's sewn at a 45-degree angle. And the width can be any width, as long as it covered the paper towel. And then you trim it off, and then sew the squares together. This is for Nessie, one of my granddaughters.
I want you to see her name, how she got her name written up here, Nessie. And then she's going to put butterflies on it?
I'm going to put a butterfly on each side of it. And the sparkle, I was thinking about putting sparkle fabric underneath here, because this is just the bedspread right here.
Now this little girl is how old that you're making it for?
She is, I think she's 8 years old now.
8 years old. Her name is Nessie.
Her great-grandmother passed away 2 years ago.
Oh.
So the keystones are pieces of her clothing.
Of her grandmother's.
Mm-hmm. Her great-grandmother.
Her great-grandmother.
And then this is a style that her great-grandmother made. So I wanted to make one like that for her.
This really means a lot. I know when she gets older, she'll know. She'll just mean so much to her.
And she just wanted a quilt with her name on it. So she's getting it all in one package.
And this is like a regular size quilt, or is it a twin
It'll be
or a
a
twin
little
bed?
bit bigger than a twin. Just a little bit. So it'll hang down on the sides.
Full bed or a twin.
Yeah, there'll be another border go out along
So
the
she's
edge.
got to put the backing on it. What kind of backing you going to put on? A solid color?
I'm thinking a tone-on-tone pink.
A pink on the
It'll
back?
have the inner border of the sparkle. And then see this fabric that's almost in every piece? This will be border out here. So it'll pick these pieces up.
Oh, I see. And then you'll hem it with a pretty hem.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to quilt it with butterflies and hearts.
Oh, I really appreciate you letting us come now. Show us your quilt that you have on your ladders.
Oh, I just have one on the ladder.
She has an apple tree ladder. In North Carolina, there's lots of apple trees, and you have to have a special ladder to climb an apple tree to get up between the limbs. So this is what this is in here. Ladder that they use to climb apple trees. I want you to come see this. Oh, it's not very light. Let me see. That's okay. This is the ladder that you use to climb up in an apple tree. See how the top of it is pointed so it'll go in between the limbs of an apple tree. And she painted the ladder, and she's hanging one of her beautiful quilts on this ladder. Isn't that a wonderful idea?
This quilt was called the Be My Neighbor quilt, and it was from the TV show Be My Neighbor.
Be My Neighbor.
Patriotic colors there, and then these are supposed to be condos.
Be My Neighbor House.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good name for a quilt? Be My Neighbor.
And this one is called a Disappearing 9 Patch. So if you look at it, it'll start with like a solid piece here, and then it'll fade into this piece and the next piece. And then this is the solid piece here, and this fades into you see some of this.
And what's the
this.
name of it again?
It's called Disappearing Nine Patch.
Disappearing Nine Patch. You can see it has light and dark colors where it disappears in there.
Yep.
That is beautiful. Oh, mercy.
I think that's about all my quilts I have right now.
I want you to look what she has for the base of her TV. This is the base of an old sewing machine. I mean, that's from back probably in the 1800s, that base is. She's got that to hold up her TV. Isn't that beautiful?
So do you know what's right underneath the TV?
What's
This
underneath the
piece
TV?
right here.
What is this?
This is from the Nelson Family Farm barn.
Oh, this is
That's
the
a
board
piece of
off the
barn
barn that I played in when I grew up.
Yes.
Up in West Virginia on my dad's farm.
Yes.
The barn now is all the way fell down. And
Yes.
Kathy went up there with me a couple, 6 months, 8 months ago,
Yes.
and got a board off of that old barn. And she's put it there. Isn't that beautiful? That means so much.
It'll eventually be a wall hanging, but right now the table's not wide enough, so it
Yeah.
works.
Well, Kathy, thank you so much for letting us come in your home today and letting you showing us your beautiful quilts. I just
You're
love
welcome.
quilts, and this is my daughter, Kathy. She makes more quilts than I ever did. She sews for people. She makes quilts. I mean, she quilts for people. She has a quilt machine in her home in Florida. So I want to thank you for letting us come in here and see all your beautiful quilts.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you for listening today. I hope you all enjoyed that. Just let us know, write us a note, and pass it on to your quilting friends. That'd be great. Thank you again.